Alright, hey everybody. It's Shane, Jochen, depending on who you know me as. I am just getting started here. You're going to get the full banana today. I'm showing you the whole cockpit setup, filing the flight plan with ATC, takeoff, and we'll take it all the way up to the initial cruising altitude. And yeah, then I'll probably take off for a few hours because this is a 7-hour flight today. We're flying all the way to Cologne, Germany. And I'm not going to make you sit here for 7 hours with me, so I'm just going to show you the good stuff. But right now we're sitting on the airfield at Philadelphia. I am online, logged in as UPS 2269. That's my flight number today. Got the flight plan already planned out, but I need to set up the cockpit. So I'm going to go through my initial flows here. You may find this interesting or not. If you're new to the MD-11, you might enjoy following along with my process here. So just going to do my thing.
Engine 1, fire.
Making sure this stuff works.
Engine 2, fire. Engine 3, fire.
Okay. Now we're going to do a digit test.
Overspeed.
That will also test the overspeed system.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Making sure all the digits and all the lights work in the cockpit.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and turn on our IRUs, which will also initiate our cargo fire test. Okay, now we'll start setting up our FMC, depending on who you want to ask. Alright, and I'm also going to put this in plan mode. Turn that on, turn that on. I want the radar VOR. Do I have the VORs on? Boom. Oh, yeah, it's probably not going to come on yet. So plan mode, FMC number 1, and let's go initialize. So we're going from KPHL, Philadelphia, to Cologne, Germany, Köln, EDDK. And our alternate, if I take a look at Navigraph, let me take a look at my flight plan here. What is our alternate? What is the alternate? Forgot what I filed. EDDF, yep, Frankfurt. EDDF, alternate. Flight number is UPS 2269. Initialize the IRS. Cruising altitude will be 330, 350, wait, NEOD, yeah, 370. We'll even see if we can get up there. Cost index 100, because I don't want to be here all day. Taxi fuel 2.5 is what I requested. Block fuel 155.6. That's what we're trying to take off with. That'll get us landing at Cologne with about 29,000 pounds of fuel, which actually works out to be closer to 20,000 all said and done. All the taxiing and the low, you know, flying around at low altitude with the flaps out. Okay, and now let's look at the flight plan here. So KPHL. Before we do that, let's listen to the ATIS because I want to make sure I have the runway correct. So we have ATIS here at 133.4. Let's listen to that.
Departing runway 27 left.
27 left.
Runway 35. Operate transponder on move Charlie on all taxiways and runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Charlie.
Philadelphia International Airport ATIS information, Charlie 1454 Zulu.
Okay.
West 360 at 9er.
360 at 9.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Temperature 26.
26.
2.14. Altimeter 3001.
3001.
Simultaneous approaches to intersecting runway
Okay.
27 right and 3.
So that's the weather. So we're definitely taking 27 left because 35 is, I think it's too short for us. Okay, look at the airport information here. 35 is here, and it's 6,500 feet. We're going to need a lot more runway for that for taking off. So we're going to use 27 left and just accept that we're going to have a crosswind from the north, which means we're going to put in a lot of right aileron for our initial takeoff roll, counter the drift. And probably a little bit of left rudder to track the center line because it's going to want to weather vane into that crosswind. So that's what we're taking off from right there, 27. I'll take the crosswind. All right, so now we know that. So Philadelphia, we're taking off on 27 left on the Philadelphia 3 departure with no transition because there isn't one. Insert. Okay. And basically this departure has, right after takeoff, you have vectors to the first fix. So now I need to put in my flight plan, which is unfortunately pretty long. You're going to have to sit through that. It's kind of long, but we got to do it. Okay, where's my flight plan? So we're gonna go ditch, and then I have the view. I have the plan up in here because I want to watch it as I go to make sure we don't have any weird discontinuities. Yeah, there's going to be a discontinuity here because we need vectors to that initial fix. So ditch. And right off the bat, we go into an airway. Tango 416 via Jimmy. Alright, real quick so you guys know what I'm doing. This is my flight plan that I filed. And I'm reading off of my dispatch sheet here. And when I'm talking out loud, I'm reading this off. That's what I'm doing. Jimmy. So we're going to insert. And then from there, we're going to go to Wavy. Wavy to Schlep. Schlep. S-H-L-E-P. And from Schlep, we're going to go to HTO, which is a VOR. I don't know what that one is off the top of my head. Direct to Boston, BOS. That one I do know. Direct to Tops. And now we're getting close to our North Atlantic track. So Tops is basically going to be our transition into the North Atlantic track. And today we're going to be... I take it back. Allery will be the internet. I just remember Tops from years and years ago. I remember flying that all the time. Allery. Or Y. Now we're going into the track. Oh, here we go. We have our IFR clearance. Cool. We'll review that later. Now we're going to enter the North Atlantic track, Sierra. So I need to pull that one up. Let's go to flights. Let's go to... Let me show you what I'm looking at here. So our North Atlantic track is going to be Sierra today. That's what we filed. And these are the points that we're going to be on. 51 north, 50 west, 53, and so on, and so forth. I need to put these in. I got to remember how to do it. It's been a while since I've had to. So 51, 51, 50 west. So let's try this. 51, 50 west. See if it takes that. Yeah! No? Okay. Let's try this then. North 51, west 50. Let's see if it'll take that format. Okay, so 51, north, 50 west. We'll take that. All right, because you see this discontinuity here? That's not right. Where the heck is that even going? That doesn't even make any sense, does it? So let me go back to plan. Yeah, that's not gonna work. 51 north, 50 west. I gotta remember how to put net tracks into the FMS. It's been a while. Let's try. Gosh, it's been forever. 51 north, 50 west. Nope. North 51. Let's try north 51, west 50. No. How about 51? 51 north, 050 west. No. Well, that's concerning. I gotta get that fix into my waypoint, but I don't remember how to put it in. North 51. So it should have just been 51, 50 west, but that's not working. So 51, 50 west. That is not it. All right, well, I hate to do this. I'm going to have to go off screen here and recall how to put in NATs on my MD-11 because I just don't remember. Oh, okay. Let's try this then. North 51, west 050. Out in database. Dang it. Oh! Okay, watch this. 51, 50. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I got it, I got it. 51. Damn it. 51, 50 north. Boom. Watch. Watch this. I knew this. Guys, it's been 10, 13 years since I've flown. Yeah, there it is. See that? Okay. We're back on track here. I'm sorry. It's just been so long since I've flown this thing across the ocean. I sometimes forget some of these things. So, 5340 north. 5340 north. Alright, there we go. 5430 west. 5430 north. There we go. This is making sense now. 5420 north. 5420 north. And then we'll exit the track around Dogal. Dogal. Yeah, there we go. We're back on track now. Bexit. There we go. Okay, I got it figured out. That's why we do this stuff. We do the setup on the ground and we verify our flight plan before we take off. Or we're going to be doing stuff like that where we're trying to figure it out as we're flying, and that's not okay. Alright, and then direct to con. C-O-N. It's probably going to be... All right, so when there's multiple references for the same type thing, you got to look for the one that makes the most sense, because there's multiple VORs in the database with C-O-N. The one that makes sense to us is going to be here. The distance checks and the longitude check. So that's the one we want. Okay? And from con, we're going to pick up Boyne. So B-O-Y-N-E. Insert that. Okay? Then we're going to go to LAMSO. L-A-M-S-O. LAMSO. Direct to Pam. P-A-M. And that's the one that makes sense right there. And from Pam, we're going to pick up the Lima 620 to Soneb. S-O-N-E-B. And then from there, we're going to pick up the Zulu 841 to Getney. G-E-E-N-I. And Getney to the Tango 858. Tango 858. Copag. Insert that, and that's going to get us really close to Cologne, if I can show you that here on our plan. Watch this. And now we're going to go ahead and put in our arrival, and we're going to be looking for now we're filing 13 left, but we can change that as we get closer. So we want the ILS, I'm sorry, 13 left, yeah. ILS 13 left, and we're looking for the Copag. Copag 13 arrival. And if I take a look at, we'll leave that alone for now. Insert. There we go. And now the FMS is going to recalculate our descents and all that stuff. So let me show you how this works in the plan. Boom. Oh, that actually doesn't work, right? So we're going to take out leg do, and we're going to plug in, and we're going to see if we can clear this discontinuity here. There we go. See, that makes a little more sense. Now, this is subject to change based on the weather. I mean, we can predict what it's going to be, but it could be wrong later on. So there you go. That's our flight plan. That's looking a lot better. Oh, we got that programmed in. Oh, hey Jeff. Thanks for you want some air in the cabin, huh? Well, I got some bad news for you, my friend. This is a cargo flight. I have no passengers aboard today, just 3 pilots. Actually, I take that back to just 2 pilots because we're under 8 hours. So I do have the cargo door open though, so you can get some air that way. Sorry, I didn't mean to not acknowledge you earlier. I've been busy programming my FMS, so I'm going to get back to that. But I'll come check on you in just a little bit. Okay, so we got the flight plan in, so now we need to talk about our takeoff and landing performance. So we're pretty heavy today. We're about 30,000 pounds off of our max takeoff weight. So I want to use a flex. Let's see what we get out of 40. 105% and 105 and 1 takeoff. That's fine. The wind, we have no slope and no headwind right now because we have a... Actually, we have a tailwind of 4 knots. So I'm going to put in TL04, which isn't great. The outside air temperature is 26 per the ATIS. And we're going to use flaps 25 for takeoff. So we are going to be screaming down the runway here. 156 is our takeoff speed. I'm sorry, that's our decision speed. Rotate at 177. That is screaming. And our one engine climb out speed is 175. So for takeoff, we're looking for 285. I'm sorry, 185 is V2 plus 10. I put that in there just in case. Runway heading is going to be 258. I'll put that in there too. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's 268. And we can expect 5,000 feet after departure, but ATC may amend that. There we go. So that's what we got for our takeoff speeds, man. That is really fast. Yee. Climb thrust at 1,500 feet, AGL or MSL. Accelerate at 3,000 feet. Engine out accelerate speed is going to be at 836 feet. So there we go. That is our takeoff performance. Looking at about 7 hours to Cologne right now. Performance, we're kind of pushing it with 330, honestly. So I think what we're going to do is go back into our initialize page, and we're going to go 310 to 330 to 350. We're really heavy today. All right. I filed for 330, but what I'll do is once we're airborne, I'll request an amendment down to 310. Okay, guys, I think we're ready. So let's go ahead and continue our cockpit setup. Altimeters are 3001. Let's put that on the standby. Let's put 3... Let me see here. 3001. Okay, I think we're more or less set up. I think what we can do now is continue our cockpit setup fully and start packing the aircraft up. So we're just going to closing all these doors. Close the stairs. Close all these doors. Because we're loaded up and ready. Okay, and let's continue looking at our overhead setup here. Want the no smoking sign to on. Seatbelts on, even though there's nobody there. Emergency lights arm. Emergency power arm. And let's go ahead and start our APU. Oh! You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do our hydraulic pressure test. So we're going to run that real quick before we get started here. And let me take a look at our IFR clearance that we have again. Alright, so let's see what they sent us here. So we're cleared via this route, tops, altitude, squawk 1007, Philadelphia 3 departure, fly heading 230 and main 5. Okay, so after takeoff, we're going to fly heading 230 per the clearance. Maintain 5,000 speed. Maintain 5,000 feet. Expect 170 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125, 325. Advise ATIS is okay. Contact for taxi on 125325. So we're gonna go ahead and get that pre-selected 125325. But I don't want to listen to it yet because it's just gonna be blowing out our ears. Let's make sure our radar panel is set. And 1007 for the squawk code. Yep. Cool. Oh, flap takeoff selector. 25. Hydraulic pressure test is in progress, and right now that's running through all of the aux pumps and the reversible motor pumps to make sure that the hydraulic controllers and all of the system logic works as advertised. Because an MD-11 does not fly without hydraulics. If there's no hydraulics, there's no flying. Okay, hydraulic pressure test has passed. If it didn't, we would have got a warning about that. Okay, APU power is available. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU bleeds and switch over to APU power. I'll turn on the windshield defog now, just so I don't have to worry about it later. Okay, you hear the air? We got airflow now. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and remove the ground power unit. And we're going to go ahead and turn on our hydraulic aux pump. Set our parking brake. And have the ground crew remove the chocks. So now we are on our own power, internal. So parking brake is set, we got brake pressure, we got APU air and electrical on. I think I'm about ready to start. I don't know about you guys. I think we're ready to start. So the way we're oriented here, we're actually pointing out. So that's ideal for us. So what we're going to do here is when we taxi out, we'll get our taxi clearance from ATC, but I'll show you on the chart what I expect to get. Alright, so let's go to the ground chart. So we are here. My guess is that we're going to take uniform over to Sierra. And we're going to get over here to Sierra, I don't know. I'd rather just take off from Sierra 1, honestly. I want the full length of the runway. So, uniform to Sierra 1, 27 left. But we'll see what they tell us. Alright. So we're set. Let's go ahead and get ready for our before engine start checklist, right? I think today I'm actually going to use my checklist because there's just so much I got so much going on right now. Let me bust open my checklist here. Before start, oh, we got to check oxygen. Fuel quantity is checked. Oxygen tested. IRSs are aligned. Altimeter set 3001. Status page is checked. Only the digital flight data recorder is off. That's fine. Takeoff warning. Oh, let's do that. Throttle 1.
Stabilizer. Brakes. Flat.
Okay. And engine 2 and 3. Takeoff warning.
Stabilizer. Brakes. Flat.
Okay. And let's go ahead and make sure all of our doors are closed, which they are. Confirmed here. Beacon light. On. Ignition. Let's go ignition B today because we used ignition A the other day. Ignition A. Over here. Get ready for engine start. Real quick, I need to fire up my old ACARS system for my airline so I can get credit for this flight. So let me do that. That's off screen off to my right. Oh, okay. No, it's directly in front of you. And we are here. Aircraft today is November 274 Uniform Papa. All right. Line on VATSIM. So that's off. I'm going to move that off to the right-hand side. I don't need it anymore. Alright, checklist. Make sure we got it here. Aux pump on. Parking brake is set. Windows and doors are closed. Beacon lights on. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and start firing up then. Alright, do we have air? APU air is on. Alright, let's start. Starting engine 3. Button out, light in, light on. Okay, N2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. EGT, fuel flow. Okay, looks like a good light on 3, starting 1. Button out, light on. In 2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, button in, light off. Get started on 2. Correction 1, starting 2. Button out, light on. And 2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Nice. Okay, good light on 2, a button in, light off. So, good start, all 3 engines. After start checklist, anti-ice is not required. APU, let's go ahead and turn that off. So we're going to turn off the APU bleed. And then we can go ahead and select our APU off. That's going to take a few minutes to spool down. Alright, now we're going to go to our configuration page and start getting our takeoff configuration set. So we need stabilizer trim 5.7, aircraft nose up. Slats. And flaps. Alright. Let's do our flight control check now while we got the time. Ailerons left, 3 green. Ailerons right, 3 green. Elevators up, 2 green. Elevator down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. Okay, flight controls are checked. Okay. We'll go ahead and get our taxi light on. And our runway turn-off lights on. And I think now we need to call for taxi clearance. Let's see what we get. Let's call center. 2269, right? That's our flight number? Yep. New York Center, good morning or good afternoon. UPS 2269 Heavy on the ground at Philadelphia. We're ready for taxi 27 left.
Yes, 2630, question UPS 2269, New York, hello, Squawk Mode Charlie, runway 27 left, taxi via Uniform Sierra and Sierra 1 across runway 27 left.
Okay, 2269 Heavy, Squawk Mode Charlie, Taxi to 27 left via Uniform Sierra Sierra 1, and we are cleared to cross 27 left, UPS 2269 heavy. Cool.
Dollar 82, turn right heading 010, intercept 4 right, full block.
Okay, transponder's on.
010 to intercept the localizer, $82.
So you confirm the glide altitude for version 16 heavy, please.
All right.
Maintain 2000 now.
I think we're ready now.
2000, thank you, version 16 heavy.
Let's go ahead and get moving then.
India 224, living Myers base frequency.
So, parking brake released. And let's give it some power now. We're very heavy, so this is going to take a lot more than normal here.
United 206, squawk mode Charlie, please. Turn on the transponder.
Oh, no, she's moving. She's moving pretty good. Gonna give it a little bit of left, number 3 engine throttle.
Turn 20 degrees to the left.
Just go straight on in the GA, if that's alright.
So who's that calling?
I'll walk 3182, clear LaGuardia, Delta. We can just go straight into GA.
Okay, 3182, roger, take this way in, have a great time.
Alright, she's moving a lot better than I thought it would. Okay. Once I get straightened out, we're gonna do our brake check.
American 1357, fly to call you
Brakes.
previously. Fly
Yep.
heading 360.
And nose-wheel steering.
360 and please confirm descent to 4,000 feet.
So, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and use number 2 engine to keep us moving forward here, because I don't want to blow anybody over here. Number 2 engine's up in the tail, so
Turn 20 degrees to the left.
there's less jet blast from that.
Left, version 16 heavy.
Delta 1357,
Woo! It's busy on channel today.
340.
New York. To runway 29.
3 plus here, United 1357.
San Sirius 90, approaching 5 is ready to taxi.
Okay, turn's coming up here.
November 90425, contact ground 1218.
Ground 141 from the Sirius 90, approaching 5.
Version 1690,
Coming left.
010, clear ILS 4 right.
010, clear lost 4 right, version 16 heavy.
Dollar 82 heavy, runway 4 right, quarter land, wind 030 at 12, gust 15.
Clear to land, 4 right, $82.
United 306, make the next right onto Juliet, hold short, runway 4 left.
Right, Juliet.
And we are already cleared to cross 27 left.
American 511, turn left heading 300, clear ILS 27 right.
Okay, let's do our before takeoff checklist. Spoilers are armed.
360, American 511.
Auto brakes, takeoff. Light controls are already checked.
Departure 4 left.
Briefing was completed.
5751.
Flaps set 25.
30 at 15, gust 23, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Alright, so we're crossing 27 left,
American 1357, fly heading 010, maintain 2000.
and then we're going to make a right turn here onto
ILS 4
Sierra.
right.
So what I'm going to do here is I make this turn, I'm going to give the number 1 engine a little bit more throttle to help with the turn.
Dollar 82, runway 4 right, quarter land, wind 030 at 15.
And we want to overshoot that center line a bit because our nose wheel is behind the cockpit.
United 306, say again.
Look at that. Beautiful.
United 306, hold short, 4 left, traffic departing.
Center United 1274, flight level 31, A climb and flight level 340.
United 1274, New York, Roger, maintain flight level 340, radar contact.
340, 1274.
Virgin 16 Heavy, your number 2, following a Boeing 737 on a short frontal, wind 030 at 15, gust 23, runway 4 right, quarter land.
Clear land number 2, version 16 heavy. 4 right.
Number 2, Golf X-ray, after Metro, fly
go
heading
ahead and,
090, vectors ILS 4 right.
After Metro heading 090, how much want to go X-ray?
Triple 1584, welcome to Caddy, hold short, 4 left.
Put a little more throttle in.
06, cross 4 left to Juliet, then make a left onto Kilo, hold short, 31 left.
Cross runway 04 left, United 56 left, via Juliet, make left to
Kilo, Horseshoe runway.
Got 1122, leaving Myers Space, frequency change approved. Good eye.
Frequency change approved, thanks, 1128. Correction, 1122.
Number 2 Golf X-ray, just out of 18.
Sierra 3, we're getting close to our turn. He gave us Sierra 1, which is what I wanted anyway.
Cross 4 left at Foxtrot Bravo, then make left echo, hold short 31 right.
Cross 4 left, Foxtrot Bravo. And left side echo, hold short 31 right.
Parking 1357 MD, you're number 3 in, following a heavy Airbus, question heavy Boeing 787, 7 miles ahead. Wind 030 at 15, gust 23, runway 4 right, Cologne.
Okay, number 3 clear to land runway 4 right, 1357.
Okay, throttle's idle.
Falcon 511, wind
Coming up on our turn here on the right.
Runway 27 right, Cologne.
Clear to land 27 right, American 511.
Number 5 Charlie Hotel, leaving Myers Space, frequency change approved, good eye.
Over
Okay, brakes.
Thanks for the ATC 5 Charlie Hotel.
Thank you. Total 5751, radar contact, turn right heading 250.
We're going to hold short.
250 on the heading Delta 5751.
United 306 next, Kilo, Horseshoe runway 13 right.
United 306, cross
Okay,
3
parking
left
brake.
Kilo, continue all the way to runway 4 left.
We got to wait our turn to talk here.
Roger, cross runway 311 left.
JetBlue 1584, cross 31 right at Echo, taxi Echo Bravo to parking, good eye.
Crossing right echo, stop at parking today.
Total 5751, proceed direct to Robbinsville VUR.
Man, this ATC is so busy today.
Start Robbinsville, out of 5 for 180, Delta 5751.
New York Center, UPS 2269 heavy, holding short 27 left, ready for takeoff, Philly.
UPS 2269 heavy, fighting 230, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Hey, fly heading 230 after takeoff and clear for takeoff 27 left, UPS 2269 heavy. Okay, so we're going to go heading select after takeoff.
5064, it was board, you looking for bar clearance. Tower 5064, New York, good afternoon.
Actually, I don't want to fly nav. I want to fly heading select. Profile armed. Okay, we're ready, guys. Brakes off. Let's go.
Sierra 90425 is ready at runway 4 left.
All right, everybody ready? Seatbelts on.
Cirrus 90425, New York, good afternoon. Wind 030 at 7, gust 21, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Ready, seatbelts on, right?
4 left.
How about I don't mess this up?
Cirrus 90425.
United 1274, descend and maintain flight level 280.
Down 280, United 1274.
Bradley, Kantai Keston is going to be right about now. Okay, let's go ahead and do a static takeoff.
United 306, Horseshoe runway.
Hi, Doris. Nice to meet you. I'm going to be taking off right now. I'll talk to you once we're on the climb off. All right, we are ready, guys.
306, runway 4 left, on up the wings.
All right, so here we go. Let's run up. Stabilize at 40%. Ooh, nope. Strobe lights on. Taxi lights on. Landing lights on.
United
Okay.
306, runway 4 left,
Okay.
line up and wait.
Stabilized. I'm pulling the throttles up.
$82, cross runway 4 left, and taxi Alpha to parking, good eye.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it nice and slow.
function 2, parking $82. Good night.
And auto throttle armed.
070, clear ILS 4 right.
Heading 070, clear Dallas 4 right, Alpha 2
Thrust set.
French post 468, leaving Myers Space. Washington is closing shortly. Frequency change approved. Good eye.
New York Center, hello.
Yeah, that was my crosswind correction.
Sierra Papa climbing 9,100 for flight level 370, heading 358, looking for a shortcut.
And V1.
Phenom 907 Sierra Papa, New York. Good
Rotate.
afternoon, sir. Stand by for the shortcut.
Positive rate. Gear up.
9070 Papa, correct depart viewer.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you, 7 Sierra Pop.
Heading 230.
664 on the ground. In
Auto
Phillie,
flight.
Holding point 9 with information Charlie, ready to taxi.
Total 664 New York, runway 27 left, taxi.
Okay, we're heading select 230.
01 across 27
Okay,
right.
acknowledged.
Mike, Sierra 1 cross 27 right, to 27 left, Delta 664.
United 3061030 at 15 goes 23, runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 306.
Number 2 Golf X-ray, runway 4 right.
Alright, so we're gonna fly.
7 goes 21.
4 right, clear to line on, what's the left go?
Okay, climb thrust.
2269 heavy, radar contact, left direct ditch, climb maintain 12000.
Direct hitch, climb and maintain 12000 UPS 2269 heavy. Alright,
Total 664,
crew up to 12000. 12000
1339 short, 4 left to north.
altitude, and we're gonna go direct hitch. So direct ditch, not hitch, ditch. There we go. And let's go nav select.
4 left. United 1339.
Total 664, New York.
New York Center, my apologies, just 876, near control New York.
Stabilizer motion.
Check.
76, yes I do sir, but I'm closing pretty shortly, so you can continue with advisory. Have a great day.
Thank you.
United 1274, cross.
Okay, getting a little slow in the speed.
200.
I'm gonna help the autopilot a little bit here.
Can we get altitude again for United to 1274?
It's Sarah, flight level 200.
Cross our flight level 200, United 1274.
There we go.
Virgin 16 heavy, cross 4 left at Foxtrot, taxi off.
A little low speed protection there, concerning.
Cross our left Foxtrot off the parking, get a Virgin 16, everything's well.
Total 664, New York.
Delta 664.
Total 664, hold short, 27 right.
Hold short 27 right, Delta 664.
New York Center, Endeavor 5064, with information Charlie.
Yeah, autopilot's not really keeping up with me here.
4, taxi via Alpha Echo and Bravo. Runway 4 by Alpha Echo Bravo, Endeavor 5064.
Yeah, I heard it. I'm correcting.
Change approach, good.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Okay, she's re-engaged.
1357, vacating to our left of Foxtrot.
American 1357, Alpha to Caddy, cross 4 left at Foxtrot, taxi off for the parking, good.
Motion.
Cross runway 4 left.
Okay, 215 pitch.
Taxi Alpha to the gate.
Stabilizer motion.
Cirrus 90425, I'm closing, frequency change approach.
Over here to Cirrus 90425.
United 1274, I'm closing, frequency change approach, good.
Flaps retract.
Alright, over in the coffee, United 1274, see you.
Total 664, cross 27 right at Mike, I'm closing, frequency change approved, good.
Cross 27 right at Mike, Delta 664, thanks.
Boy, this bad boy's struggling today.
EPS 2269 heavy, I'm going to be closing, frequency change approved, good.
Okay, Unicom 22.8, UPS 2269 heavy, so long. Alright, so no ATC now, so we're going to go ahead and take the altitude up to our initial cruise altitude of 310. And we'll maintain our speed restriction,
Stabilizer motion.
250 knots below 250 pitch. So we'll keep the slats out until we get over that, because our clean maneuvering speed, if you take a look at it here, is 279 knots.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. And that's a little too fast below 10,000 feet, so we'll keep it at 250, but we'll keep the slats retracted until we are cleared. Alright, let's look at our after takeoff checklist here. Gears up. Flaps and slats are holding on slat. Spoilers. Disarmed. Flap takeoff selector. 15 degrees. Alright. Auto brakes are off. Engine and alert display is checked. So we have a landing gear thing because our slats are still out, so that's okay. All right, climbing at 2,200 feet per minute. Slats are still extended. And we are direct ditch and then on course. Okay, lights. Landing taxi lights are off. Runway turn-off lights are off. All right. While we're climbing, we'll take a look at the fuel synoptic so you guys can see what's going on right here. Right now, we've transferred fuel out of our tail tank into the aux tank here, and from there, we are pumping fuel from the aux tank into our main tanks to keep them filled up. They're more or less maxed out right now. Okay, coming through 10,000 feet here. Stand by for slat retract, and it will also go to FMS speed after that. Okay, FMS speed and slats retract. You can see the fuel is being pumped out of this aux tank into our main tanks right now, and all the fill valves are armed. 350 pitch, there we go. So now the autopilot will start pushing the nose forward so we can accelerate to 350 knots using climb thrust and pitch to maintain that airspeed.
Stabilizer motion.
And we'll go back to our engine display. Okay, and let's see here that our after takeoff checklist is now complete because the flaps are up. So we are climbing out. Get back in my seat. Take a look here. We'll zoom out a little bit here. I think that might be what airport is that over there?
Stabilizer motion.
I don't know. Oh. Philadelphia? No. Trenton. Why Trenton Airport? Okay, well, we're looking good here, guys. Climbing through 12,000 feet. Very, very heavy today. So, climb rate's not so hot. But that's okay. For anybody who's actually paying attention in the chat, how are the volumes? How's the mic and how's the like actual like aircraft sounds? Are they good? Can't hear them too well myself. I mean, I only hear what's in my headphones. Let's take a look at our progress here. Show you on Navigraph. Coil. COL is coil. Alright, so we're proceeding on course. We're going to coast out temporarily at Jimmy but then we're gonna go ahead and get back over there, and the next coast out we're gonna legitimately have is at Ulri, and that's when we were gonna pick up our North Atlantic track, Track Sierra. Oh, there we are. Okay, climbing through 16,000. Super heavy today. Alright. So it looks like our predicted altitude, flight level 310, is going to be in about 46 nautical miles at 1700 UTC. So about 6 minutes is what the FMS is calculating at econ climb to get to flight level 310. Coming up on transition altitude here. I'll go ahead and do that now on the standby. 290902. And coming up on 180. 2992. Standard. From the left, that Jimmy. There's the view from outside. Right. A little bit of temporary coast out here before we go back over land a little further up. Okay, got aircraft on TCAS off to our left. Climbing. Let's see if we can see it. Any aircraft out there? Yeah, might be in the clouds. I don't see it. I don't know. I wasn't too thrilled with the autopilot performance there during the initial climb out. It was struggling to get the nose down. I might have to take a look at that. Now, I've been tweaking this flight model for a while here, but whatever I did basically made the... we ran out of stabilizer, what it looked like to me. So I'll have to take a look as to why we could not get the nose down enough to maintain our pitch. Airspeed with pitch. I was able to intervene, and that's what you do as a pilot. The autopilot flies it, but the pilot is always monitoring and is ready to jump in at a moment's notice if something's not going right. Oh boy, she's climbing like a dog right now. Okay. Climbing through flight level 265 for 310. Picking up a little bit of the wind is shifting here, if you can see that. We're getting more wind off the tail and more crosswind off the left wing. So what that does is it reduces our airspeed, okay? Or I mean our indicated airspeed. So see, as the wind comes off the tail, now it's shifting back behind us. Now it increases our airspeed. The autopilot is adjusting to that. So that's why you see these fluctuations in airspeed. It's because the wind is actually shifting on us, right? It's constantly moving back and forth. The more to the tail it is, the less indicated airspeed we have in the forward direction. The more it turns off to the side, and it starts moving towards the nose, the higher this airspeed gets. You can see it right here. And that's why we're kind of fluctuating around. And I'm going to go ahead and take the weather radar. I think I forgot to turn it on. That's not good. Missed something on my checklist there. Alright, I got the tilt more or less straight ahead. I want to see weather straight ahead of us.
Altitude.
1,000 to go. People having conversations here on VATSIM. Alright, coming up on flight level 310, we're going to start leveling off here. Okay, and we are now in altitude capture and hold mode, and you'll see here in just a minute our climb limit will drop down to a cruise limit. There it is, cruise limit, as the aircraft is in altitude capture mode and we are no longer climbing. We are at Mach 0.835 and doing a very respectable 533 knots ground speed. That's really good. Alright, so we're leveled off. Let's take a look. Now, take a look at this as well. You'll notice that the course that we need to take is here. But the track we have to fly, or the heading we have to fly, is actually offset quite a bit. And that's because we have a quartering tailwind pushing us like this. Yeah, you can actually see a little bit more like that. Let me rephrase that. We're actually left of course, not right. I'm sorry. Once we make this turn over to the next waypoint, though, you'll see that our aircraft is actually going to be flying a little bit offset because we're being pushed to the right by the wind. So we need to fly slightly left of course to maintain this track. Coming up on this turn here in 1.9 minutes, 15 nautical miles. And estimated at 17:05 Zulu time. Uh-oh, girlfriend's texting me. What's going on? She's sending me pictures from when she was a teenager. All right, whatever. It's cool. All right. I think once we make this turn, I'll show you the track that we're flying with the wind we got, and I'll go ahead and log off because at that point we got a lot of flying to do. We're gonna be in the air for over 7 hours. So my intention here is to come back on and live stream the descent, approach, and landing at Cologne, Germany, which is, like I said, planned for about 6 hours from now. If any of you guys are interested in coming back for that, and you don't have to. You can always watch these as a VOD afterwards. Once I'm done going live stream, you can watch them from the start. And you can see the autopilot is back driving the controls here. It's not me moving these right now. Watch as we hit this turn. Slight bank. On course. Rolling out. So our track is about 5.5, but our heading right now is 5.1. Again, it's because of the wind that we've got on the tail, the quartering tailwind, pushing us to the right. So we have to fly slightly left of where we want to be here. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. For those of you that stuck around for this whole thing, I want to thank you for hanging out with me as I set up the cockpit, took off from Philadelphia, and we climbed up to our initial cruise. I will see you guys back in a little while. If you want to follow me on VATSIM, if you're into that sort of thing, my call sign is UPS 2269. And you can follow me all the way on this cool website here called SimAware. Let me show you that right now. Look at all these aircraft flying across the ocean. These are all real people on VATSIM. Isn't that cool? We are over here. So if you want to track my progress for this entire thing, you can find me on this thing called simaware.ca. And there's my MD-11. As we fly across the Pacific. No, the Atlantic, not the Pacific. Yeah. So we're going to go up around this way. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all on the next one.